Hey, this is Stevie TV, and I'm reviewing and reacting to episode 4 of season 2 of Preacher. That ending was crazy. I did not see that coming. Tulip has a husband, and I was just as shocked as Jesse when he found out. I mean, I thought this was a bad guy the whole time, and that he must have done terrible things to Tulip, but they're sitting on a bed together. Tulip looks like she's filled with guilt, and Jesse's shocked. I'm shocked. I feel for Jesse in this scene. And it just opens now a huge door to Tulip's past that Jesse's going to find out about and that we're going to find out about as the audience. And it's also going to lead us to find out about, I think, Jesse's dark side that we've been hinted at so much. Because if you saw the preview for next week, he is not taking it well, obviously, with finding out about this husband. And at the end of the episode, too, he's putting me in a chokehold. So we'll see the true Jesse Custer come out hopefully soon. So... and that dark side we've been hearing so much about. Tulip here is coming to terms with betraying her husband and her old life, and now she's facing it, and now she has to kind of pick up the pieces with Viktor and Jesse and somehow make both of them not want to basically kill each other. And Cassidy's just in the middle, poor Cassidy. And he wants to tell Jesse where Tulip is, and he also doesn't want to betray Tulip and her trust. So Cassidy, I feel for him. He's my favorite character. He's so likable. And this episode, again, showed how much he cares about Tulip and is looking out for her. And that Jesse and him are on a different wavelength about Tulip. Where Jesse's like, Tulip can handle herself no matter what. But it's almost like Cassidy knows Tulip's vulnerable side more than Jesse does. So it's a very interesting dynamic. And it is kind of still a love triangle. And I'm interested to see where that goes with that. I love the Frankie Muniz cameo. We have to talk about that. That was hysterical. The show constantly drops really funny scenes, and all those infomercials, I guess hinting towards the Katrina incident, were great with the fake God, we find out, so it worked perfectly. And having Frankie Muniz say we're all actors, that was great. Like, if you're not laughing at that, I don't know what you would laugh at then. So props to them for keeping the show funny as hell. And then, speaking of hell, Eugene and Hell, really interesting with Hitler. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. After the episode, I watched the cast and the directors and producers talk about the show, and Seth Rogen goes, "We are known for humanizing dictators. It's kind of our thing," referring to, obviously, the interview where he humanized Kim Jong-un, and now he's doing it with Hitler, and he's like, Seth Rogen's like, "Oh, I've been fired from 3 shows because I pitched it and they weren't down to have Hitler as a character." And Evan Goldberg's like, "Every time I watch a show, I'm always wondering, where's Hitler?" So that's really funny that they're taking a stab at this. It's interesting, and it's funny how like Hitler's hell in his memory wasn't that bad. It was just kind of this thing with this girl, and he sees the Jewish people in the restaurant, and Eugene's like, okay, you know, and Hitler's like weak. It's showing how weak he is in this hell. And Eugene now, who's such a morally good person, and he's a strong, devout Christian, now he's being tested because he's like, do I side with this weak Hitler that might be using me? Or what? This is Hitler we're talking about? So he's confused as fuck. And then that guy Tyler's an asshole in hell. But he kind of goes with what Tyler's doing. Because this is like this prison rules thing now. Where like Eugene's thinking, to survive here in hell, like the guard was saying, I can't be doing this nice stuff. And it really is like a prison environment. So Eugene, I'm worried because I love Eugene. But this might just turn him into a very dark Eugene, because that's his environment now, and that's how he's going to survive, I guess. And it's just funny seeing Hitler as this guy who's this weak, vulnerable dude who's kind of nice. It's crazy. It's odd to watch, but it's funny. It's funny when they were all beating him up, and he's like, can't stick up for himself. I thought that was really good. And yeah, I love where this show's going right now. Episode 4, this season's been so much better than season 1. I love the 3 main characters. And the humor just keeps coming, and there's great action. And that scene with Jesse fighting Viktor's like torturer was awesome. And when he stabbed through another body into the torturer's body, that was sick. It was good because they let that scene flow. A lot of shows rush fight scenes, but all the camera shot, it was all in like one shot, and it just felt awesome and natural and realistic. So it was good to have a nice action scene like that. And I can't wait for what's to come with this show. I'm going to give this episode a solid 8.5. Very well done. A little slow at parts, but it's got to build some characters here and work on Tulip's character especially. And we're going to find out a lot about Jesse, Tulip, and Cassie, and I can't wait. And I'm excited for what the season's going to bring. I'm going to be reviewing every episode of Preacher. I do movie reviews, TV reviews. We got Game of Thrones coming up this week. Please subscribe. Comment below with your thoughts. I want to hear what you thought of the show. I respond to everybody. Please let me know if you liked it, didn't like it, what you think about this season, where it's going as a whole. Please, please, please subscribe and keep coming back. Thanks so much for watching.